What's up, guys? Can you see us? Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us? Yeah, 8-second delay. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us? Alright, cool. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
what's up? Move the window
delay.
cleaner. Reanna. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us? Sorry, it's Alright, cool. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
what's up? Move the window
delay.
cleaner. Reanna. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us? Sorry, it's So, anyway, sorry,
cool.
sorry, guys.
Yeah,
What's up? Close the window. Today's
Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
The accelerator. We're gonna do the accelerator. So, anyway, sorry,
cool. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
What's up?
close the window.
Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
Shout out to Accelerator. I think it's really cool.
cool. Sorry, guys. What's up? Close the window. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
I think it's really cool.
Sorry, guys. What's up? Close the window. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
I think it's really cool.
Sorry, guys. What's up? Close the window. Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
Ribbit, can you hear us okay?
Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
Ribbit, can you hear us okay?
Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
Ribbit, can you hear us okay?
Hey, there you guys are. Can you hear us?
Where did it do that? Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sound's fixed for you guys.
Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sound's fixed for you guys.
Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sound's fixed for you guys.
Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sounds fixed for you guys. That's a great one. Well, let's see if this is working for us now.
Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sounds
Yeah,
fixed
it's
for you
just
guys.
looping.
Where did it do that?
Okay, I want to see if that sounds fixed for you guys.
Rest in peace. Thank you. Well, we're trying to see if this is working, guys. All right. That's something. So, can you guys hear us now? Every time you put your hand near the mic, the background noise stops. We good now. Oprah Winfrey. Okay, it works. Alright, guys, so that's something. That's part of being live, I guess, huh? That's something. Okay. The stream, I hope, is working now. Working better. Alright, so that's something. That's cool. Let me make sure. I swear on the next one we're going to get this worked out and things will be smoother. So, okay, sounds great now. So I think we can start. So guys, let me know if you start hearing some weird noises or anything. Sorry, I don't know quite what's going on with that mic. So, anyways, just a little paranoid about it, so I keep checking and making sure we're right. Okay, so the show is about the accelerator today. I want to get right into it. I wanted to give Guy a shout out at Moerman for really listening to us, the window cleaners, on developing such a cool tool. There's a lot of companies out there that, I'm sorry, I keep reading all these comments. There's a lot of companies out there, it seems like, that we complain about tools. For example, the wagtail. The pad, everyone knows that pad isn't a good pad and it doesn't stay attached to the tool very well. And Guy he's taken all of these complaints, and I feel like he's really listened and come up with a great tool. So what I want to get into is, sorry, keep checking these comments, making sure this thing's working.
That's Waldo. That's Waldo, you hear? He wants in.
Let's put that up there. There we go. Okay, Waldo the cat. I'll start with the prototype. This here is the prototype that Moerman has sent me for the test out. When we first got the tool, you'll see that the locking mechanism is on the bottom, which was a little weird. The tool already didn't close out very well. Thanks, Reanna. And this button here on the bottom actually prevented that from closing out even more. It did have quite a bit of flex here, and the spring was also rusting from using the spring.
And it feels, this is the prototype, it feels really cheap plastic and didn't feel durable at all. So we were kind of worried about that because we didn't know how long it would last. But again, it is the prototype, it's not the actual tool they sent us. Yes,
and this is something that Guy and Bob had both told me that they were going to improve on this when the final product came out. I had addressed some of these issues with them. My main concern with the prototype is the closeouts. You really had to bring the pole above your head for pole work on this, and the button on the bottom was not necessarily my favorite. But they did switch it all around. So let me just skip some of that boring stuff and we'll get straight to the tool. So this is the final product, and this is what Moerman has created. You'll see that the Moerman Accelerator has 3 different degree options. It's got the 10 for from when you're the furthest away from the window, a 25. That is the most preferred. That's the preferred degree that I like to work with, and then it's got a 40. So when you're right up next to the glass, say like when you're cleaning underneath a sign or something, that's when it comes really, really in handy. They did add these flick clips to it. They're really hard to get on and off, and I've heard a lot of complaints from you guys that when you're getting the tool out of the box, they're putting the clips on backwards. All you need to do is remove the clips. The straight end should be next to the liquidator clip.
You did that too?
Yeah, I did that too. As soon as I got the tool, well, the clips come on backwards when they send you the tool for some reason, which I thought was a little strange. So when you get the tool, check that and make sure that your clips are on correctly. Actually, I see. Nice, that's what I like. I see that Marcus is on here, and Marcus, you not calling you out, but I saw that you had split your handle. And I think that's due to putting it onto a head that's too big. Can I see that pole? Put it right over there. And Marcus, this is the head that I was talking about here. Moerman does have a head adapter for the tool, and it fits and snaps just right on. Now, Window Cleaning Resource should have this head here soon. I also left a link in the description to Window Cleaning Resource where you can find this tool. They said that they're out of stock, but if you go to that link, I guess you can kind of sign up and get a notification as soon as the tool comes in. I'm sorry, I'm going to read some of your comments here. Berry season. Oh.
When we got this handling, I made the point about the first being kind of janky plastic. This one feels much better. I think it's the best handle that Moerman has made so far, because I use the liquidator. I used to use the liquidator handles almost every day, and those handles, the plastic on there kind of feels a little cheap, but this one does not feel cheap at all. It's sturdy, and it doesn't feel like it's going to break anytime soon.
Yeah, the new handle they came out with is much more rigid.
But it's still light, which is what I like about it. It's a really light tool. So if you have some back pain or neck pain, I do, this is still pretty easy for me to use on a pole.
That is the difference. I realized going from using a wagtail to using the accelerator, I was starting to get wrist pain from using the wagtails. I think it's because they're heavier tools and there's a lot of this motion when you're wagtailing back and forth, and it was really starting to hurt my wrist. As soon as I switched to the accelerator, I noticed that pain went away. I think it's just because it's a lighter tool. One feature I really want to talk about is the awesome feature of being able to put the pad on and off with the flip clips. I don't like what they did with the new pad. The new pad, they curled the ends of the pad, so when you're cleaning the glass, it's hard to get an even clean with this pad. You really have to press kind of hard to get an even pressure.
But you do use it on the top. Some people use it on the bottom.
Yes, they curled the pad so that it would close out. This tool would close out easier when putting the pad on the bottom. I don't ever use a combination tool for a hand tool. The reason being, it just really wears out your wrist. I saw working with the wagtails that if you use it as a combination tool, it really starts wearing out your wrist because it's doing all of the work. So if we use this tool, we only use it on a pole, and if not, I'll take the pad off and lock it into place. I don't like a pivoting tool for a hand tool either. But what I was saying was this pad, the new one they made with the curls, was so you could close out easier when it's on the bottom. We don't ever do that, and I found that it's just hard to get an even clean on the glass. I don't know if you can see kind of the curls. They've stitched some extra stitching here so the pad will curl up like this here.
And the original pad did not have it.
No.
This is the one that we use. We still use the original pad. Better.
I'm saying.
Alex says he has to go.
Who does?
Alex.
Oh. All right. Goodbye, Alex.
No, did you read? Have you figured out a way to stop the channel from sliding around when wet?
Oh. I have figured out a way from stopping the channel sliding around from wet, and I'm going to get to that in just 1 second. Now this is the old pad. The old pad is nice and flat, and this is just this was awesome. I wish Guy would go back to this. Bob Hatt, I don't know if you guys know who I'm speaking about. That's Poles and Blades. He also helped design this tool, and he prefers the old pad as well. I feel like we kind of went over some of that really quickly here, but let's get to Alex's question about the channel sliding around when it's wet. So Bob and Guy aren't gonna like this, but
well, first you did use some duct tape.
Duct tape, yes, and that's what I'm going to get to my Frankenstein right here. So guys, this is my preferred channel, and this is what I've been using on the liquidator. This is an Ed-Array 14-inch, and what we've done is we've added, and I know this sounds kind of chintzy, but I haven't found really a better way to do this. We've added a couple strips of duct tape here, and this will not move now once it's in there. I've heard of other guys complaining about the channels moving. You could do the same thing to the liquidator channel. If you just added a couple strips of duct tape, it gives something those teeth on the bottom to bite into, and it makes the channel just a little bit wider, so it gives it a much more sturdy fit. Some of the issues we ran into from day one using the accelerator handle with the liquidator channel was it grabbing on the sides of the window. And I've never seen this happen before. If you guys watch our videos, you know that I go really fast. So when I'm pulling and I clear the sides on each side, I'll clear a side, fan it, and then clear a side. And when I clear that side, the liquidator channel wants to grip that sill, and it kind of torques my channel like this. And then I was actually getting ripped rubbers from doing so. That was the one issue, and the second biggest issue was it sliding around. I didn't like how the channel was sliding around in the handle, and the next thing was the rubber sliding around. And this has been a problem that Bob has talked about as well with the Liquidator channel. You'll see it will move around once it's wet. We don't use Moerman rubber for the channels. We use Ettore rubber. It's a little bit bigger, so it fits a little bit tighter. I just got an email from Bob today saying that he was that guy is rolling out new Liquidator clips, that they're supposed to pinch it even tighter. And Custodial says, Poles and Blades says a paper clip. Yes, a paper clip is what he suggests. Guys, I just don't like messing with things like that. I don't want to mess around by putting a paper clip in, because then you lose the paper clip. It's kind of hard to get it in and out.
Yeah, it's just this. Maybe it's my technique or something else. I'm not saying it's the tool, but these clips here will get caught on the sills almost every time you use it. I see it with a Liquidator, and you also see some streaks that it leaves. So we don't use this channel. We use the Ettore channel.
Yep.
And it just works a lot better for us. We don't have to worry about clips or paper clips or anything like that. Same clips you would use in any other Ettore channel. Same rubber you would use. Fits the handle just fine. The handle is fantastic. I would say buy it for the handle if nothing else.
Well, and guys, when you do Frankenstein it and you use the Ettore, the flick clips will attach to the channel. There is one issue that we've seen where the clip is here, the rubber will actually press against it and you can leave lines on the glass. So what we found is if you file down these clips just ever so slightly, and you have to be really careful not to get too close so the clip's going to break, that will eliminate the lines that it'll leave here where the clips are. This is just something that we prefer doing. I know there are thousands or hundreds of guys that like this tool right out of the box. And I think if I had a different style, or if I was as talented as Poles and Blades, the guy is like a surgeon with the Liquidator channel.
Or if we didn't clean so many, not crappy buildings, but like older buildings.
Yes.
Where like this guy says that he cleans buildings with, frames that are wood. We do the same thing. We have buildings where it's just wood around the window, and then that will get caught on it, and it just depends on the job. I have 3 jobs where the Liquidator works perfectly, and they're newer buildings, rubber seals, like it works like it's supposed to. But we do work in a lot of older buildings, and it just doesn't work as well there.
And I think you find, and I've talked to other guys from the UK about this too, when you have perfect windows and perfect sills every time, the Liquidator is a great tool, like Reanna's saying. But we clean so many different kinds of buildings, so many different kinds of windows and frames. I run into a problem of it not working flawlessly every single time, and the thing is, I don't want to switch back and forth and back and forth. So I found that by putting a traditional straight cut channel on there works best for me. Oh, yeah, Waldo won't stop. That guy really wants in here. Let me see what kind of some of what you guys are saying. Duct tape fixes everything. I feel if I slow down, it helps, but then defeats the purpose of trying to cut down on detailing. Marcus says heat the end clips up helps. It's not that on the pole, though. Just make sure you have the right angle. You can never have perfect windows, hello. Scott, yeah, that's right. I guess you can never have perfect windows, can you? But overall, guys, the features of this channel, or the handle, I'm sorry, the handle is the best pivoting handle on the market. When I first got this tool, I think I got a little frustrated with it at first, and I kind of switched back to the wagtail. And I'm not kidding you, within 2 days, my wrist pain started coming back because of the heavier tool. And then I missed the options of the changing the degrees. I use that feature all of the time. We have several accounts where they have these big signs in front of the window, and it was really difficult to get to before. We almost had to do a thing where Reanna had to hold the sign, and then I had to wagtail underneath it.
We had to bring a ladder into
Yeah.
We don't like bringing ladders into businesses, but we had to bring a ladder. I had to get up in the ladder, pull the sign back, and it's right by a door, and it was just not a great thing.
Yeah, it was kind of like a fiasco, and honestly, the accelerator has eliminated that. With the accelerator, if you put it on that 40, you can just fan right there. I like doing a lot of tricky, I think tricky window cleaning on a pole, and this tool allows it a lot more because of the wider pivot. So when you've got narrow pieces of glass, you can go up and do much more trickier maneuvers. And it's give and take. I know that with those smaller panes of glass, the liquidator channel will work better because it'll get into those corners. This one here won't quite get into those corners as well. I'm going to read a few more of your comments here. Also, if you have great technique with the standard channel and angle it downwards as you sweep virtual heads. Deep ledges at 40. I don't know about that. I've tried the deep ledges at 40 with this tool, Custodial, and I think maybe it's just because I'm used to this tool not closing out as well as a wagtail. But I haven't had much. There isn't much of a difference with the closeouts on this. Here's the issue with the closeouts too, guys. It's this wide jaw that they have on it. It's a really thick jaw. On the prototype, it's even thicker. I don't think you can quite see how thick this one is here. This is the final tool. They tried thinning it up some, but it's still, the jaw clamp is so thick that it does prevent a flawless closeout every single time. Sorry guys, we've got a cranky cat here. Where are you guys anyways? We're in Missouri. Practice makes perfect. So do you guys have any questions over the accelerator as of right now? Or the ways that we use it, or the ways that we have used the standard channel with it? I will say, if you're looking to get into pivoting tools for your window cleaning, I would go with the accelerator. The liquidator channel isn't for everybody. But that's something that's debatable. Bob Hatt loves it.
Sorry.
I only use it for pole work with the flick over and under tables and chairs. Okay. Guys, this tool retails. I'm going to go over some of the prices. This tool retails at a complete retails at $45. It comes in sizes 18, 14, and 10 inch. The handle is only $19.50. You can buy the washer and the flick clip separately. Well, I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. Just reading some of your guys' comments here. Where are you guys? I only use for pull and the flick under tables and chairs. And Custodial, I've seen your videos and I've seen where you use this as a hand tool, and it just seems to be, I don't know, for me personally, it's faster using a traditional fixed squeegee than trying to use this as a combination hand tool. And it also seems like it'd be a big strain on your wrist.
I can't imagine how much you'd have to dip it in water.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a hand tool.
But, so yeah. Do you guys have any other questions or anything over the accelerator? We've just kind of been talking here. I'm open to answer any of your questions.
Someone told us to use a water-fed pole. And it eliminates everything. Our TDS is like almost 300 here, so using the water-fed pole on anything but houses is a complete waste of money.
Huh. I like you, Luke. They're the honestly too many industry lie about tools. Man, guys, that's hard to do too. We don't want to lie about tools. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the liquidator is going to be the answer to every single window. Not for us, at least. And maybe we're not good enough for it to be the answer to all windows.
And all right, so didn't like doing pole work. It hurt me physically, and like I just wasn't good at it. And that was when we were using the other one,
The wagtail.
the wagtail. It hurt my back. I felt like the rubber stuck. There wasn't like a very fluid movement to it. Maybe it's probably me on my end, because I can see Luke use it all day long, and I'm just like, I couldn't get it. And then he put that handle on, a pole, and gave me 2 jobs, and I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
It just, the way how the swivel on it is just great.
The wider pivot really makes it an easier tool to use. You will notice using the accelerator versus the wagtail, when you're going back and forth, you have to go not slower but more careful, because that pad can flip back up if you're not careful. Hi Luke, I've dumped the accelerator and I'm using a modded wagtail. Julian, why'd you dump the accelerator altogether? I'm just curious, what problems did you have with it? Have you experienced white vinyl windows, oxidation leaving film? How do you deal with it? No, not necessarily, and I don't know if you tried using any steel wool to get rid of it. I wonder how well the plastic buttons and springs will hold up cold once they are wet.
It's good. We'll see.
And that's a good question, Steve. What's up, Steve? That is a really good question. We're all curious to see. We had problems with the liquidator. Do you guys like our cat? He looks like a lion.
He got shaved because he stopped cleaning himself.
We broke 2 sets of liquidator handles. Go ahead.
This isn't the... They came out with a second version, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So, first gen, we kept breaking them. In the wintertime, we're like, this is the answer to all of our problems. We don't have to take our gloves off to detail. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So we loaded up on some liquidator handles and channels, and then we broke all of those pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually already broke my second version, the 2.0 or whatever it is.
we broke 2 sets of handles right in a row, and we called...
I broke my new one.
Oh yeah, and she just broke her new one too.
Yours.
We called Moerman, and Moerman sent us 2 new handles right away and apologized. But yeah, like Reanna said, we've already broke those. So there was some control quality issues, I think, with the liquidator handles, and I'm hoping that we're not going to see the same thing with the accelerator handle. I personally think it's much more rigid, and I know that after being part of the test out for Moerman, they were really, really concerned with getting this tool right, making it rigid, and making sure they're listening, again, to us and our feedback on the tool. And I feel that the finished handle is awesome, and I think it will hold up over time. I am curious to see, though, how it's going to work. I'm sorry, I'm just going to read some more of your comments. Guesswork for the accelerator, I like that. Certain applications. And then I want to get to... Julian, you said that you didn't like the swivel. You found it too loose and you were making mistakes. I could totally see that, because I found with the wagtail, it has a much more stabilized pivot to it. It wants to almost stay horizontal. As to where this tool, it is a much wider pivot, and it can be a little bit trickier to use. But I think... And that's something that I was concerned with this rollout. I saw that when the accelerator started getting more media attention or whatever, more hype in the community, everyone wanted to go to a pivoting tool for a pole. And I was worried that it was going to disappoint guys. And I think that Bob Hatt was also worried that the accelerator would disappoint people, because if you don't have experience with a pivoting pole tool, I think it can be challenging and frustrating, and I think some of the concerns were that you would pick up the tool, try it out, find out that it wasn't something that you can just pick up and get the first time, and then you go put it in a box somewhere and never use it again. You really have to practice with a pivoting pole tool, I think, to appreciate what they've done with the accelerator. I've used a wagtail for almost a year, and I can never go back to using a wagtail. I just personally wouldn't. Number one is my wrist pain. I complain, and I know I've said this like so many times in the video, but that was one of the biggest things for me. I was getting the worst wrist pain to where it was almost preventing me to work. I mean, honestly, I was thinking about going back to straight poles. And when I got the accelerator, it was like instant relief. And how I can clean windows much faster and trickier windows with that handle. I'm sorry, we're going to read a few more of your comments here.
I like your haircut.
Sweet Lion. I'm still your spirit animal. Thanks, Kyle. I don't know what kind of spirit animal I would be. As a hand tool, you will make mistakes in the beginning. That's wag, a swivel tool of choice. But on the pole, it's just nice like wagging. Hey, what's up, Keith Kelfis? You know you get in this video. I didn't know you was tuning in. What's up, man? Want to read a few more comments here. Keith, have you used the accelerator? I don't know if you're still here. Just reading some more of your comments, guys.
I think Luke had hurt his wrist before, like when he was younger.
Oh, what, did he ask me if I had pre-existing?
No, but everyone keeps saying, like, oh, you're just holding it wrong. But he used to be a skateboarder back in the day when he was, like, a kid.
I was a skateboarder, guys.
And so I think the wrist injury stems from back when. So I don't think it's necessarily how he's using the tool. I just think that any kind of movement really might agitate it.
No, and by all means, if you know how to hold a wagtail on a pole more proper than I do, please make a video and share, because I hold it at the very bottom of the pole, and I don't want to hit Reanna, and twist like so. And it's just the weight from that tool and twisting like this. And also, it's the pivot. The pivot isn't as wide and it isn't as smooth, so I have to use a little bit more force on that tool to do so.
We use Ed-A-Ray rubber all day.
Oh, they're asking what rubber are you using on pivot tools? Yeah, we only use Ed-A-Ray rubber. The Moerman soft rubber is
junk.
It's junk, in my opinion. It's too soft and it wants to tear and rip, and you'll shred right through it really quick. When I had the Moerman soft rubber in the accelerator, I think I went through it. I mean, for my standards, I had to switch the rubber out within, I think, 2 days, and that's after flipping it. So I was only getting a day's worth of work. We're cleaning on average about, I don't know, anywhere from 15 to 30 storefronts a day, depending on the day, and I would just shred right through them. I couldn't do it. You should use left hand. I don't know if you're talking to me, Oprah Winfrey, but I do wagtail left hand and right hand, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What kind of pole are you using? I was using some crappy pole that flexed. We're using, this is just a basic Unger pole. I think I bought this one at Home Depot. Sorry, Window Cleaning Resource. I'm going to buy all of your poles from Window Cleaning Resource.
No, what happened was we broke a pole when we were out on route, so we had to go to Home Depot.
This is a true story. I broke a pole because I was trying to get this freaking adapter on there, and I screwed up and broke the pole. So, in a pinch, I ran to Home Depot to get a new pole.
Yeah.
But, the Moerman pole adapter, I know that Chris over at Window Cleaning Resource said that he will have this in soon. It's actually really easy to put on. I'm just a retard, and I don't know what happened there. But this is it's a must-have, because you don't want your tool, when you're going back and forth, when you're using the tool, you don't want it sliding around on the pole like so. It's got a lock on here to where it won't slide around anymore. What is this? I asked earlier about leaving streaks when pivoting the center of the gloss. Is it amount of pressure? I don't want the problem with my wagtail combi.
I don't have the problem.
Oh, I don't have the problem. I'm sorry, Alex. I didn't see that question, man. Sometimes we get going here. So you're leaving
streaks in the middle.
Streaks in the middle. Perhaps you're using too much pressure.
Well, someone before had said that with this handle that your rubber will get kind of pinched and slide around. You know how it... Didn't Steve just say something like that?
I think so.
How it kind of like bunches up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the bunching up. Well, okay, I'm glad Alex asked that question. Guys, Alex asked that he's leaving streaks when pivoting in the center of the glass.
It's those teeth.
It's the teeth. And I did forget to mention I did this too. I've done a lot of Frankensteining to this tool. My accelerator doesn't have teeth anymore. He lost all of his teeth. They decayed out. So I I ran into the same problem of having streaks, and what it was is that the rubber is bunching up in the middle of the handle. And it happened even worse with a straight standard channel. So I took my accelerator to the dentist, and we filed those teeth out. So now my accelerator doesn't have teeth anymore. And
so then we don't get streaks in the middle.
we don't get streaks in the middle anymore. And with that fancy duct tape on there, this thing is held super tight here, and the rubber is held super tight by the Ed-Array clips. Too much slack in the center where the teeth of the handle is. It will crinkle up if you're not paying attention.
You shouldn't have to pay attention to things like that. I mean, Luke would clean one window and it'd be fine. You'd go to the second window and it would be all bunched up again. It's just, you have a super channel, an Ed-Array super channel. You don't ever have to think about it. You put your rubber on, you clean how many different windows, and then in a week you flip your rubber and you clean, just as many windows again, and you never have to think about any of that.
No.
And we just wanted to make this tool so you don't have to think about, or that channel, because you don't have to think about stuff like that. I shouldn't have to check this before every single window that I clean.
Guys, and that's what it came down for us, and I mean, I can't stress that or drive that home enough. The accelerator handle is flawless. It really is. I mean, there was a few kinks, and I may be wrong, and I kind of second-guessed if I should have filed my teeth off, but I think that's where the problem was coming from. But like Reanna said, we're busy, and I'm sure you guys are busy too, and I do not have time to go to a job and every single time inspect my channel. Is my rubber on? Is it exactly right? I just don't have time to do it. And perhaps it's we lack the experience, we lack the patience to learn with the tool. I'm not sure what that is, but we would prefer just to use a straight channel on it. Only issues with the liquidator channel is I lose the clips. Do you, Dutch, do you not have the 2.0? Because Moerman addressed that issue with the 2.0. It's got, well, they did put these on here really tight, so it's hard to take anything off. I almost have to use a wrench to do it. But they put notches in the channel to where the clips now lock in.
Window wash.
This is great, Luke and Reanna. I have gone back to traditional. I'm enjoying it due to van is now a shed? Huh. Right on.
Miss you.
Yeah. And you know what? And guys, what I'm worried about too is a lot of, I think a lot of guys, it's going to depend on your technique, is if you want to have a 2.0 channel in there or a standard channel. And I don't know. It's just going to depend on your technique and what you guys like.
Bye, Ken.
Bye, Ken. See you, man. So, guys, I'm going to get close to wrapping it up. Again, I think overall, we would rate the accelerator. This is a worthwhile buy. I would never go back to buying a wagtail. It's never even crossed my mind. In fact, we were just talking about
getting another handle.
Getting another handle, because I need a handle for my 18-inch. And so we're talking about getting a whole nother handle. It's going to be up to you, again, if you want to use the 2.0.
A lot of people like it and have no problems with it.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just not used to using the 2.0, apparently, or something. I don't know. But we modded it a little bit. Still a great tool. The pads are fantastic. 100 times better than the ones that Wagtail has on theirs.
Yeah, so
I would buy it.
Yeah, the tool is completely worth the purchase. The way that they've attached the clips is light years from what Wagtail has done. And the frustrating thing with Wagtail, I've always said, does Willie Erkin, is he in cahoots with the zip tie companies? Because why is it the guy just will not listen to anyone when it comes to attaching the pads to the handle? We all have to mod them. There are hundreds of videos of guys begging the guy to just change it. Look, here's a mod. Here's a mod. I know Christopher Dauber has modded. He is like the king of modding wagtails, and this has been going on for years. And that's why I really respect Moerman for what they've done. They've listened to the community and they said, you know what? We're going to address this, and they've done it in a very elegant way. The flick clips are an amazing way of attaching the pad. And the handle, it's just, I couldn't go on enough about what a great tool this is overall. When it comes down to the channels, it's just going to be personal preference. Luke, I've solved that problem. I'm sorry, we're reading just a few more of your beard oils, pros and cons. Coconut. Thanks to all the accelerator working on Ungerpole. Moerman is a bit fragile. I have found the liquidator good for pole work. Is that window wash?
Yeah.
Did you say he was on here?
Yeah, I said hi, miss you.
Oh, I was rambling on. Window wash. I thought. Never mind. What's up, man? Okay. Well, I think that'll conclude it, right? That good, guys. I'm sorry if this seems a little rough. This is the first time we've ever, streamed. So I hope you've enjoyed what we've done here today. We're going to do this the second Sunday of every month at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. The next time, hopefully we don't have these microphone issues and all of that. And I think maybe we'll get the hang of streaming with you guys. This video will be recorded so you guys can go back and watch it and kind of see what we've said. Again, the show's brought to you by Window Cleaning Resource. I do want to kind of throw one small thing out there, and I think some of you guys have noticed this throughout my channels, or some of my videos, I'm sorry, that Window Cleaning Resource and I have been working together, and some of the guys, I feel like some folks have said, why would you want to work with Window Cleaning Resource or whatever? They're more expensive than other companies. But I don't think that people realize how much Window Cleaning Resource really does for the community. I don't know of another window cleaning company that you can go and buy products where they are so eager to help and they are so eager to answer questions. They're so eager to get involved in shows like this. So
you just call them. If you call them, they answer their phone.
Yeah,
anytime, day or night, they answer their phone. If you have questions, call them.
Yeah,
it's great.
Well,
the forum is priceless.
They have so much going on. A perfect example, what I want to say was, we went to order a hip bucket on Window Cleaning Resource, and we've got a small town bank, whatever it is. Turns out that New Jersey, where they're based out of, they block. Our bank blocks that state, so it's kind of like a thing. I still go through it every time just to order from them, but I have to unblock the state every time. So we ordered from a different company. I'm not going to name the company. When we get our product from that company, it's chintzy. It's really, it was one of their products that they made themselves. It was really chintzy.
It broke within the first. Mine broke like the second time I put it on.
Broke the second. It was a hip bucket, and it broke the second time she put it on. And then we ordered something else because that broke right away. I think we had to order again. When we tried to call them, they were kind of rude and was more like, if you want to return something,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it, yeah.
Because we're going to make you pay to ship it over here. We're not going to pay you for shipping out of there. And it
was rough. So I'm telling you, with Window Cleaning Resource, I had a question. We recently purchased a water-fed pole, and man, I have questions all the time now about it. You can call them. They'll answer it right away. They'll chat with you online.
Get on the forum. They'll Window Cleaning Resource forum. I mean, there are just like tons of guys who've been doing this for years, and 99% of them are really helpful. So
yeah. Random question: what is your residential commercial split? I would say for us, we clean
anywhere between we're getting upwards towards 60 storefronts a week. And then we try to do around 8 houses would be us at our peak. 4.
No, with Saturdays,
4. Well, if we can do 4. It depends if it's inside and out or outside only. We can do 3 inside and out, 1 outside only in one day. But we dedicate 3 days a week to residential and 3 days to commercial.
Yeah, so Rivet,
storefronts.
We clean... Yeah, about 60 storefronts a week and about 8 homes. This is on average. So that's what we do. I want to see a couple of your questions. So when are we going to see a water-fed pole in action? Those videos are all currently being edited, and you're going to start seeing the water-fed pole tips and tricks on water-fed poles and things like that start rolling out here within the next month on water-fed pole videos.
We had to learn to use it first.
Yeah, so there is still a learning curve with the water-fed pole, and we're still learning, and I think that's going to be an awesome thing is that we can learn with you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have used water-fed poles for a long time, and you've got a lot of experience with them where we don't. So the 2.0 Liquidator more ideal for newer frames? Yes, the 2.0 Liquidator is ideal for newer frames. Just going to read through a couple more of your comments here. Luke, I'm jealous. I'll be like you when I grow up. That's awesome. I'm going to be like Roy Blunt when I grow up. No, I'm just joking. It's just a stupid political ad we keep hearing. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up. It was really cool doing this. I look forward to seeing you next month, second Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Also, just real quick, Luke has a Facebook now, so he has Luke the Window Cleaner Facebook, so he's doing that one. I took over the night window cleaning Facebook. Thank you guys for all the likes on the pictures. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to get that puppy going because Luke kind of let it go for a little bit. So I really appreciate that. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to just run over, like Luke the Window Cleaner. He's the one who answers all of the questions. And yeah, so I'm Night. He's
Luke the Window Cleaner. And guys, if I'm slow on getting to you on the Facebook page, I'm sorry, we're still really busy, and it's hard trying to get to people on YouTube and to get to people on Window Cleaning Resource Forum and get to people on Luke the Window Cleaner Facebook page. But like it, and we try to share some good photos, information, and other videos. The last thing I wanted to do before we do end the show, I wanted to make just a couple shout outs to a cool couple of channels. Olsen Brothers Window Cleaning. I promised him I would make him a shout out. He's got a really cool channel. If you haven't checked out Olsen Brothers Window Cleaning, go check out his YouTube channel. There is also Poles and Blades. I have to mention Poles and Blades. He is a leader in the community of window cleaning. He really is. He's an innovator, and he has designed a great channel. I don't want it to come off like I've just been sitting here bashing this or dogging it. He is a surgeon with this thing, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that get this right out of the box and love it. So I want to give a shout out to Poles and Blades. I want to say what's up to Steve-O. Check out Steve-O's channel. And there's also a new channel you can check out. It's called Cleaning Sense. I posted a video from him on our Facebook.
Window cleanse.
Oh, window cleanse. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jordy. Window cleanse.
Is that right?
What did I say? Window sense?
Cleaning sense?
Cleaning sense.
The window cleanse.
The window cleanse. It's on my Facebook page. Check him out, guys.
He's cool.
Do you have a tattoo of a squeegee somewhere on you? No, I don't. I don't particularly like the whole idea of getting a squeegee tattoo on you. I've seen it. It's something.
He does have a box of like rotten Chinese food.
I do have a box of Chinese food on my stomach, though. That is true. I don't know how that happened. All right, so guys, we're gonna get off here. We're gonna go enjoy our Sunday. You guys enjoy yours. Again, I just want to apologize about some of the kind of technical issues we had in the beginning of the show. It's going to get smoother. This is our first time. I really appreciate all you guys coming by. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Bye.
Bye.
Chiefs.